Here's another common expression in English is to cook up something,
Mm,
right? So you might think that has to do with something in the kitchen and cooking some food, right? That makes
yes.
sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's not what it is. So here we go. As an example, he managed to cook up a clever excuse for being late.
Mm,
Okay, so nothing related to the kitchen. And what this means is to just invent or come up with something that helps you deal with a particular situation.
okay.
So picture this person being frequently late
Hmm.
and needing to give an excuse or a reason. So he managed to come up with or
Mm,
cook up an
cook up.
excuse.
Okay.
Yep. So would you read that sentence in green for me at the top?
Sure. He managed to cook up a clever excuse for being late.
Yep, yep. There you go. Now, here's the important question. Do you like to be on time or are you okay with being late?
I like to be probably being early. Where's the
Early. I didn't even give that as a choice. So good
Yeah,
job.
thank you. Not on time because I pretend not pretend. I sometimes I don't know. It takes like longer than I expect usually,
Right.
to
So you
get
want to give
ready and
yourself
stuff.
extra time
Yeah, exactly.
and you'd rather be early than late.
Yes, I'd rather be early than late. What about you?
I would agree with you.
Okay.
Yep. I would rather be early than late. And if nothing else, on time.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's another example of cook up. So they cooked up a plan to meet while on vacation,
Mm,
right? Because cook up doesn't necessarily have to do with a negative experience like being late,
right.
right? So imagine you're going on vacation, you happen to know your friends are also going to be there. So you want to plan out, map up, cook up a plan to get together.
Right.
Okay, so would you read the example? Let's check some pronunciation.
Sure. They cooked up a plan to meet while on vacation.
Very good.
시간이 없어서 영어를 연습할 환경이 안 돼서 자꾸 영어 실력이 줄고만 있는 것 같아서 고민이신가요? 여러분도 이제 미국 원어민 선생님과 50분간 100% 영어로 진행하는 수업을 통해서 조금 더 정확하고 자연스러운 영어를 배울 수 있습니다. 저처럼 여러분들도 하실 수 있어요. 고민하지 마시고 지금 바로 시작해보세요.
Some synonyms could be devise,
Mm-hmm.
prepare,
Mm-hmm.
plan, or create,
Okay.
right? Well, it sounds silly to say they planned a plan. So I would say, they prepared a plan or they created a plan. They
Mm-hmm.
devised a plan
Okay. Oh,
to me.
well, what about come up with?
Yep, I think you
Similar?
could say that.
Okay.
Cook up is more, I don't know, I just think it's more fun.
Mm,
But you could say they came up with a plan.
mm-hmm.
They made a plan
Mm-hmm.
to meet. So there's a lot of different ways that you could say the same thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Are there any plans that you need to cook up with someone?
So, especially these days, I try to memorize more words and expressions or vocab in
Uh-huh.
English. So I
Nice.
think
Good for
I
you.
need to, yeah, I need to cook up some plans to do it more efficiently.
Hmm.
Or what's the, so how, like in a short time, does it make sense?
Yeah.
In a short time?
Um, Immediately,
Immediate.
efficiently.
No, I'm so like for example, it usually takes me like 20 minutes to memorize, for example, like 10 words in English,
Okay.
right? But I want to cut that
Time and
to,
a half.
yeah, time and a half, for example.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have a suggestion. Instead of spending 20 minutes memorizing 10 words,
Hmm.
what if you spent 10 minutes today and 10 minutes tomorrow? I know it's still 20 minutes, but supposedly new vocabulary, expressions, and things will better stick if you repeat it.
Repeat it. Okay, gotcha.
So you don't just learn it today and then hope to remember it next week. You learn, you practice it a little bit every day this week.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good idea.